Well, recent cold nights have given concern for anyone who has already planted, and that's what we did just the other day. Andrea Bushry has the details of this week's What's Growing.
Welcome back, Northern Michigan, to What's Growing. Today we have Dave Cuvio with Cuvio Scenic Farms in Petoskey, and we have Justin Morgan from Morgan's Composting, and we are transplanting today. What are we transplanting?
Oh, an absolutely great time for gardening. So many people now are doing raised beds. We have here this raised bed we filled with the Veggie 301s potting soil. And if you're prepping that bed, just filling that full of this potting soil, it has the Dairy Dew compost in it. And if I'm in the garden, my own soil, I'm just putting on a 1/4 inch of that Dairy Dew compost and then laying out my garden. So here I've got tomatoes, some peppers, broccoli, and some cucumbers. The tomatoes I'm putting to the north. They're going to grow tall and provide shade. I don't want to shade the rest of my crops. So the tomato plants, obviously here at Cuvio Scenic Farms, we really try to grow like a 5-inch pot with really good root systems. Tomatoes grow roots out from their stems, so don't be afraid to plant them deep and allow them to give some protection of growing a bigger root system. So pepper plants, a small hole in this really nice 301 soil makes it easy planting to get a really nice, almost instant garden. The broccoli, our cool weather crop, will just really take off in this soil. They're, again, for me, a foot and a half on broccoli. I love broccoli, so that's why I'm putting it here in the middle. It's a cool weather crop, just like the cauliflowers and the kales and cabbages that just do great in our climate up here. Down here, I've got 2 more tomatoes. I'm going to drop these in real quick. Similar thing, just digging a hole as deep as you can to plant them as we go. And then potatoes, which everyone loves potatoes. That's the next one on the list. 3 to 4 inches deep. I like a foot and a half. They're right in one little block, so you can dig them. They're going to fill this whole area, and you can just to put them in there. About as easy as it gets.
We have seeds going on here. Do you put any extra amendments with that, or are we just going?
So yeah, thank you, Dave. Dave from Cuvio Scenic Farm is great. If you guys get anywhere close to his farm up there, please stop in, check us out. It's beautiful up there. It's just gorgeous. We're happy to have him as a teammate and a partner for this many years. So what we're doing here, we're put the seed starter in. So you can see I made a trough here. The 301, the Veggie Dew 301, is a little hot to do seeds. So it's okay for transplants because it's like a loaded soil where it has all the minerals and nutrients that you need in it, but just a little hot for seeds. So we're gonna put lettuce in the first one, and you can see the different color product that we have here. That's our Seed Starter 101. And we just make a trough, fill it with Seed Starter 101, it's a lot calmer, and then just make sure you read the back of the package, whatever you choose to put in there as a seed. Now this is lettuce, it's a 1/4 inch, so it's a very small seed, so you only go down a 1/4 inch, and then you put them about 1 inch apart, which is very challenging if anybody's ever planted lettuce seed. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll show you on the next one as a Seed Starter. 1 bag will go a long ways, and again you just fill that trough up with the Seed Starter 101. It has Dairy Dew in there, worm castings, mycorrhizal fungi, things to help germinate the seed like we know how, and then you save yourself from the transplant shock or anything else from your seeds, and you can go right into your soil with that. So with beans, it's a lot bigger seed, so look on the back of the package, it goes 1 inch deep, and then you have to space them 4 inches apart. So then just cover them up just ever so lightly, just a 1 inch down, and then make sure you water them in. Probably the most important thing is water them in. When it's super dry like this, you need to water it in. So, how you like that? Like it, Dave?
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Andrea?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the watering though. So you're watering it initially, but with the transplant and seed, how do you handle that ratio? How often are you supposed to water these?
Yep, it depends on how dry it is outside, but make sure, like I run a soaker hose in there, and I can run it every day if it gets super dry. So just dig down and make sure you got really good moisture in there.
Yeah.
So, okay?
Great. Tune in with us next week when we talk about flowers. We talk about transplanting them and see if we're ahead of the frost dates or not.